SmackDown, same result. Dynamite, collision too many belts and shows for you to figure out what you like every week. Week to week, same result. We are told to shut our mouth. No more lies thorn in your eye. We're all together. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. One love stole our song, but this is war. The original. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. One love stole our song, but this is war. The original. Out of nowhere. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. This is gone. So much has changed. Now it's right by the gate. This is war. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. This is gone. So much has changed. Now it's right by the gate. This is war. RPG and its mouth. Fuck Russell, tearing it out. Through the same to SmackDown, same result. Dynamite, collision too many belts and shows for you to figure out what you like every week. Week to week, same result. We are told to shut our mouth. No more lies thorn in your eye. We're all together. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. One love stole our song, but this is war. The original. Out of nowhere.
What's up, everybody?
This is war. This is war.
Make sure you guys click that like button, man. If you guys are in the chat right now, go ahead and drop us a like. That's the biggest thing you can do is drop us a like, please. Thank you. We're gonna get this this deal going here. Unbelievable. I felt like messing up the beginning of the show here because, you know, I just figured it'd be funny if you guys thought the AEW production staff worked for me too. That'd be pretty cool. So, we got AEW production on the Joe Cronin show now. We miss things, we screw things up, and they missed the shot of Jack Perry hitting... This has been happening a lot recently in AEW and in WWE once in a while, but a lot in AEW where somebody is coming in or coming from somewhere and somebody gets hit and you don't even see the first shot, which is the most important, to see the guy coming from behind or show up and then the good guy get waffled or hit the first time. It's not really cool to see the good guy on the ground and you missed what happened. And then now the guy's beating him up. I mean, you know what happened and you get it, but it's like less impactful. And this is not the first time. This is like the millionth time now that they've screwed this up. And I get Jack might have been a little bit early running in there potentially, but I mean, oh well, that is what it is. You would rather have the shot, I think, than just... You couldn't even hear what Jack Perry was saying on the screen. It was so low. It's like, dude, the guy's got to be in the ring.
I started streaming on YouTube. Honest to God. So I clicked over to YouTube. I thought it was you at first talking over Bryan Danielson. And I'm like, oh, Joe started already. Let me check this out. But no, I'm just mentally, ass-hearted. And yeah, it was Jack Perry starting to cut a promo, but it was really weird because the volume wasn't high yet. So then they started the promo and then they turned it up. But decent Dynamite tonight. Pretty good follow-up, I'll say, to All In. Seeing as they only have one more week to sell All Out, they did a pretty damn good job to set up some good matches.
It was helter-skelter to set those up tonight.
Yeah, it took quite a bit. I don't know where they're going with Moxley. That's interesting, but
I missed that. What I don't even know.
Oh, so
I don't know what happened.
That too. Oh, you're in for a treat.
Okay,
and then on
I can't
top
wait.
of it, you're talking Mr. Bad Behavior, and the main event now. We're gonna see Bryan Danielson take on the scapegoat, Jack Perry, just proving that the more you suck in life, the better it treats you. Does this guy deserve this spot? I mean, seriously, my God, he really just fell forward after getting his ass choked out by CM Punk. I mean, he has just continued to find a way to strike gold with this gimmick. I mean, he had one of the best entrances on Sunday even too, which kind of burnt my ass a little bit. But seeing Jack Perry, back in in the mainstay is not exactly what I wanted to see Brian
I
doing.
think I get
the story.
I think Tony Khan at first was very angry at Jack Perry, like, you screwed me out of Punk, you ruined it. You're the one that ruined Punk being here. And I think Tony Khan blamed him and was as angry at him as Punk. But now that Punk's not coming back and Jack Perry is still here, I think he's over that. And now I think Tony Khan thinks, I want this guy all over the place to piss Punk off or something. Like, I don't know or I'm going to use every last bit of him. I don't know. Maybe Tony Khan just knows what's best for business. He's like, yep, this is what's best for business.
I still say, more than missing shots, their problem is that they had Jamie Hayter return on the pre-show. I'm sorry, but they tried to make her look like quite a big star tonight, but I don't know. I don't know if it got over as well. Harley Cameron's not too great in the ring, but all in all, like I said, decent response from AEW tonight. So we kick off the show right away with new music from Jon Moxley. He's got a new theme, No More Wild Thing. Thank Christ. I hated that theme when he was a heel. You make the crowd sing along to the bad guy. So Moxley comes out, and then Shivani goes into the ring. They said they were about to have a match, but they're not expecting Moxley. So it was kind of like a in-process thing. Tony goes in, and he said that, I haven't been doing a lot of talking lately, Moxley says, but I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I want to have a conversation with somebody who wasn't here tonight. But he ends up saying that he wants to address Darby Allin, and Darby knows where to find him. So that's basically what he set up there. And then he starts to exit the ring, and he turns around slowly, walks back at Tony, tries to be menacing, and he's like, hey, this company doesn't belong to him anymore. And Moxley took off, and Shivani just looked very confused. So, okay, the company doesn't belong to Tony Schiavone anymore. Didn't know it did. Do you think Moxley's drinking again? He thinks that's Tony Schiavone?
Maybe that maybe an angle they're going with, or you think he really is drinking?
Because he literally said to him, like, this company doesn't belong to him anymore, and it's to you. That real, like,
the hell?
Just left it. It was confusing.
I gotta see it. That's the only thing. I think that's the only thing I missed tonight. Now I did hear where Swerve said he wanted their Cowboy on his knees or something, or they wanted each other.
Oh no, that was Hangman. He said he wanted him on his knees.
That was weird.
Hangman.
What the fuck was that about? You wanted to get him down on his knees.
No, we got the follow-up at the very end. So we see Moxley. He's in the back, and he's talking to a security guard, and he says something that's supposed to be intimidating, I guess. And just when you think he's going to attack him, a female comes out of nowhere and starts kicking all the security's ass. And they have one security guard come towards them and just go, nope, and run away. He actually says no, so kind of funny. But they take off, and I thought it was Marina Shafir. They said it looked like somebody dressed in drag. I was not really sold, but hey, whatever.
Maybe it's the new drag division.
It was really weird though. Like Marina Shafir just showing up and I am the problem. Oh God, that promo. But maybe they found a way to repackage her with Moxley as her mouthpiece. Still, it's very odd, and I don't know what the hell they're going for. And it certainly didn't give me a good first impression. I'm trying to be open-minded, but I'm not crazy with Moxley's angles usually to begin with. They want to do something with Darby, okay, but now he has this new protege in Marina Shafir, And I mean, she certainly needs someone to speak for her. She was a disaster on the
Right.
mic. So I mean, that was like some legendary bad promos from her.
Yeah, I can't even believe she's employed, to be honest.
I was surprised to see her. You could have told me China came back from the dead, and I would believe it rather than it be Marina Shafir. But all right, and then of course we got the ending with Brian and Jack Perry, showing you that the more you fuck up, the more success you see. They got a way to capitalize on it, but I'm telling you, it still burns my ass. That little bastard went ahead and cost them CM Punk, and he was the real world's champion. We had something good happening there.
Well, there's some important things that I don't remember that I wanted to say, but eventually they'll come to me, and
He'll hit you. But Bryan Danielson laid it out. His neck is fucked. He needs surgery eventually, and he's going to wrestle till the wheels come off. So basically, once he hurts himself to the point he can't go anymore, then they're going to, end the match and end his, current title reign, and that's when he will be done. So 6 months, maybe less.
What'd you think of Ricochet? Because tonight, in my opinion, like, Ricochet came out and he's this new toy, and then some better-looking, taller guy came out. And I was like, wait a minute, shouldn't this guy be hired? That's what I kept thinking. I was like, this doesn't look good for Ricochet.
And Fletcher's shown himself quite a few times recently. He's had some good Dynamite matches. And Ricochet, they had a okay set here. I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about, but
it was one of his WWE matches.
Basically, that's what it felt like. It didn't feel like he really turned up the dial. I like his finish, that lifting inverted DDT. It's the Vertigo. Cool. But I'm not sold on Ricochet. I mean, even in WWE, he was just a spot machine. When they wanted him to flip, literally, they would call him out and, hey, you're going to dive into Logan Paul, or you're going to cartwheel out of the ring, that kind of shit. But they never really gave him much of substance. So, again, it feels like the same thing here. Like, who is he? What is he? Why?
Right.
And instead, we're just getting him to flip around a little bit. And I think the fans weren't really all that excited for him either. He didn't get a great pop in Wembley, it sounded like. I know I'm not the only one to think that, and didn't seem like the fans were, it was
kind of like
for him tonight.
Yeah, we knew he was gonna be here. There he is, Ricochet. Let's go, Ricochet's here. What's up? They weren't like, yeah, my God, like it's like let's go, fucking Ricochet. Like it was more like Ricochet. Yep, knew it. Yeah,
but they kicked the shit out of Ricochet through most of the match. That's why I'm saying, like, it just didn't. It felt like a WWE match because he just got his ass kicked until he hit his finisher and won.
Yeah,
and it's like, this is your new guy. You're supposed to debut him looking strong, no?
Because nothing else you can do with him. He can only flip flop all over the place.
Exactly, and that's kind of the sad reality of Ricochet, unfortunately. And Ricochet was having a moment. He was on Twitter the past few days just arguing with any neckbeard troll that he could find that had a differing opinion.
What?
It was quite amusing. Yeah, he was going nuts on Twitter, just replying to random people that were saying just obscene things, and he just bit into every little bit of the trolls. It was quite impressively sad at the same time.
That tells me he's not happy already, because if you're happy, you're not doing that.
Well, people were arguing with him about his debut, where he was used, and he was trying to be more positive. And let me see if I can go ahead. I'll find some of the quotes for you. But yeah, it was pretty fun to see him. It was not a great time for him.
That's fucking weird. You're on there arguing.
Shit, bum.
Like, I'd be like,
Dynamite was good. Jack Perry is the perfect heel for Danielson and Chicago, Illinois. Swerve just gonna let the world title go because of Hangman? 7.
Yeah, I mean, but that's been done a lot in wrestling, where it's like this guy was just the champion and somebody screws him kind of, and they focus on the guy that screwed him and forget about the belt. That happens all the time, so I'm okay with it. Hey, good to hear from you, though. Alex Oli, $5. What's up, brother? $5. And by the way, tonight, we're not going to make the mistake that we made last night when we let the audience choose a $3,000 goal. Tonight, the goal is $40. Can we do the goal is $40, which is still kind of high, but I think attainable compared to $3,000 like the other day. So we'll see what happens there. But Alex Oli, thank you. I agree with you, by the way, Alex Oli. Haystacks Monet is gifting 5 subs, baby. Holy shit. He's gifting 5 subs. So, oh my God, you lucky bastards. But yeah, it's just, I think I don't have a problem with. I really don't have a problem with Jack Perry being the first guy. It's weird that he's already got a belt. He's kind of a mid-card guy. Why is he involved in the biggest title? You know, and certainly,
Come on out, you rapist!
is it going to be at All Out? That's crazy to me. That this should be like a TV match where the belt's not even on the line, or Jack Perry says, I'll put my belt up against your belt, or how about I put my belt on the line and your belt isn't on the line, Bryan Danielson, and when I beat you, then you give me a title shot, and then maybe he just loses. Like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But
it's bad because he's a champion that's not using their belt. That was the problem with the Young Bucks having the titles, because the titles haven't been used throughout most of what they've done. They've only had one defense because they've been in Blood and Guts and the Anarchy and all that shit.
Right.
So the tag titles have been forgotten about, and essentially, the TNT title. Ricochet had a tweet from AEW. So they said Ricochet is here, and they did a little video package of his entrance in Wembley. So this random guy replied and said, countdown till he's completely irrelevant. 2 months. So Ricochet says, my man's got 34 followers
Shit,
and wants to
bum.
talk about irrelevant.
Crowd sucked tonight. MJF couldn't even get a pop.
MJF couldn't even get a pop. MJF feels like they reset MJF to like right before MJF got really over. Like, go back to when MJF wasn't quite really over or fully over yet. He was over, but like not, he wasn't like lighting the world on fire. It's like, go back to that guy, which is fine.
Come on out, you rapist!
But it feels weird. Spades has become a member. Thank you, Spades, for being a member. If you want to donate tonight, the Streamlabs link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's up there. Feel free to use the Streamlabs link, or you can super chat down below and become a member and all that stuff. The super chats will not register on the goal, though. Spades, thank you for the membership. And biggest thing to do is click that like button. Need likes.
Come on out, you rapist!
Absolutely.
60 likes sucks. Army Ann has become a member. Look at all the
Hell yeah.
memberships.
Where's the
Double A.
Navy? I sent you the Navy SEAL,
What?
Did you listen to that audio interview clip yet? That I sent you?
The Page one, or
No.
Dude, Paige. I think Paige is gone. I laughed out loud during Dynamite. They said she went out into the
Come on out,
streets.
you rapist!
Yeah, she just took off, ran away.
She
from
just
Jamie
took off
Hayter.
into the streets, and that tells me that I think she's gone. And she cut a crazy screeching promo, which was funny as fuck, which we got to play in a minute, actually, if I can get to it. It's so funny. She just comes out and is like, fuck all of you and everything. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, is this good? Where is it? I know I've tweeted it out the other day.
No, I was talking about the Jesse Ventura clip that I sent.
Oh,
about
that,
Hogan
yeah.
betraying him,
I watched the podcast, so.
It was a good.
Chris
good,
Van Vliet
episode.
looks like he had enough of Jesse because Jesse was like, well, he's like, can you bury the hatchet with Hogan? Why it's been like 30-something years. And Jesse's like, well, no, here's why. And like, blah, blah. And then he's like, well, he's a narcissist. So if he does what Donald Trump does or whatever, something like that. And I don't know why, but Chris Van Vliet seemed angry or annoyed with Jesse Ventura because he was like,
He tried to end it.
Yeah, he was calling, Hulk Hogan Donald Trump or something. And Chris Van Vliet was like, well, what's wrong? I don't know why that's
What's
a
with the
thing.
comparison to Trump? And,
Yeah.
and Jesse tries to say that they're both narcissists. And then he's just like, well, thank you for coming. I appreciate, trying to like kick him up. And he's like, well, let me finish my story.
Yeah, let's
just
go
goes
back to
right
the story.
into it.
That was funny
So-
as hell.
If Jesse didn't steamroll him, God, it would have ended. But it was funny to see him just like, no, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, I'm going to keep
telling
saying shit. I got to find that Page clip. I don't know why I can't find it, but
I'm sure it's out there. Yeah, Ricochet was just arguing with people on Twitter saying like, oh, why are you relevant? You have 30 followers. Those kind of comments over and over. And anytime you see that, it's not usually from somebody happy. And most of the comments were commenting about what Eric Bischoff said, commenting that Ricochet's debut was a wasted opportunity. They just had him come out in the middle of a battle royal that could have ended at any point, and he didn't even win. So he's like, it's not what he did. It was just a wasted opportunity. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed the match. Don't get me wrong. But if you're bringing somebody over from WWE, number one and number two, somebody's just ready to go at the top of your roster, throw him on a card, even as big as Wembley, isn't enough. He's like, I would have done something big with him. Instead, you just told people, yeah, we signed him, and then he showed up.
Right.
So it felt just very flat, and Ricochet was arguing against anyone with that sentiment on Twitter. So kind of funny, but not a great showing for him tonight. He mostly just got his ass kicked and hit his finish. We had that big multi-man match with the conglomeration and the learning tree. I don't care for the Jericho stuff. Obviously, that's not much for me, but I do know that the best thing they have going still is MJF. He killed it tonight. And I'll even say Daniel Garcia was great tonight. That match, it's going to be certainly one to watch next Sunday at All Out. I'm excited to see what happens. And great story, what they've been building and how it escalated. He damaged his necks, and now I want to take you out. And classic revenge story, but told very well. MJF is again worth every penny they're paying him and then some. And apparently Ricochet got a really good deal, and then one of the people that just re-signed is Swerve Strickland, and he apparently has one of the now top deals in AEW. So Tony views Swerve as one of his top, main guys, which is certainly a good point for him to have. But interesting that's how much they're letting out be known that he's getting paid one of the top payments in all of the company. So we'll see what comes of it. Did you find the Page clip yet?
Yes, I finally found it. Oh my God, this is great. Watch this.
Whoa, first of all, I was just going to do my star and give you my star.
I'm the star of the show.
Well,
the audacity of you to keep me waiting there while these bunch of fucking marks walk down the road.
Okay.
Sit down. I'm so sick of it here.
This is the
I'm sick of being treated
right.
like crap. Out there, I'm sick of being treated like crap. Right here, I'm sick of it.
All right.
How dare Jamie come down there and get in my face? Does she know who she's messing with? Trying to embarrass me in front of my family? Yeah, put the mic down, RJ. You're talking too fucking much.
Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. We got the whole family here.
Shut your mouth!
That's my favorite
You ever
part.
do that again, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. You hear me? Do you hear me?
Why isn't this on TV? This is the best part. What is the whole family? Or shut the fuck up. Or whatever.
I'm sorry. We got the whole family here.
Shut your mouth! This is a message for Jamie. You ever do that again, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. You hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you.
And don't report it. Don't say anything bad about me. Even you in the back, I'll smack your fucking face. I see you look at me like shit, reporting bad things about me all the time. I'm the fucking star of the show.
Wouldn't it be great if at the end she yelled, and by the way, Denise Salcedo's a whore?
Oh, that would have really popped.
That'd have been great.
She should have just ran and started attacking, all the wrestling journalists there.
Yes.
That would have been.
That'd been funny. Especially
Page snaps.
Calling him out like WrestleZone, you're a fag. Like,
remember when you shared my nudes and she just puts him in a neck lock? Passes out,
suck.
Drops him like Richard Belzer.
That's the first time you saw a pussy like that, dude. That would have really gone viral. Like if she had yelled stuff like that was the first time you saw a pussy was when you saw mine for free. You fucking neckbeard weirdo fucks.
Yeah, you would be into revenge porn.
Oh my God, bro. It would have been so good.
And they're still trying to do the sex sells thing, obviously, with Mariah May. So they could push the envelope with this one, certainly.
Fucking cunts.
I'm Saraya, bitch! And this is my... I'm
Saraya,
bitch! And this is my fucking house! I'm Saraya, bitch! And this is my fucking house! Let's get the hell out.
Go over the clock. You.
Oh my God, the other guy, I don't know, one of her brothers or somebody, is patting the fucking loser guy that I overacts and I hate him. But
RJ City,
yeah, RJ City or whatever. He's petting him, and you don't see it, but off camera, as the camera's panning over towards him, you hear somebody say "good boy," and it's the guy. So when they get over to him, you realize he's been petting him and saying that. So as this pans right here, you'll hear him say like "good boy" or whatever.
Let's get the hell out.
Go over the clock. You. Are we on a delay?
One back report. I'm sending every one of my family members to a house. Okay. I don't care for they're gonna kill
I don't like you.
I'll send my fucking tampons to your house. Then I think Paige's father says something there. He sounds like a fucking pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Cast him in the next movie. He goes,
He's looking for buried treasure.
like you.
Davy Jones.
I could be the bad captain.
Like you.
I don't like you.
I don't care for they're gonna kill
I don't like you.
I fucking love her family. I like give me this.
They're a
Like,
wild bunch.
I want to see her family terrorizing religious people. I don't know why.
It would be great. You figure
I'm sorry about
last
Just like
year
the
her
US
family
government.
was all in cahoots to celebrate, Saraya winning the title in Wembley, and this year she was on the pre-show kicking off Jamie Hayter's return
Right. Yeah, what
on
happened?
the pre-show.
I don't like you.
I don't get it.
You fucking demoted my family. I'm gonna rape you. Jake, I'm gonna rape you. Have you ever been raped, Jake, by a man from Yorkshire? Have you ever been raped, fucked, and fondled while I smoke a fag? Would you like that, Jake? You son of a bitch with your banana there in a Batman's cock. Sorry, I love her father, though.
I'm telling you, the pornos she could make with him.
That's all I want to see from her. What is this?
I want her to narrate him jacking off, and then he narrates her jacking off.
What is... I'm just seeing the picture of Moxley now. Is he going for, like, schizophrenic Mr. Clean, or, like, what's going on here?
It's bizarre. Like I said, I don't know where they're going with it, and it doesn't have the promise of, like, Firefly Funhouse debut. This has got bad written all over it. I mean, Marina was not good in the ring at all, and she was just... The fact that they kept her hired shocked me. I was not expecting that to be her tonight, so we'll see what happens, but that's bad. Here we go. On the 7 Seas.
Set sail this summer, for the Knight family is ready for you. I'm gonna cornhole your fucking mother, and I'm gonna braid the hair of your youngest daughter and make her fall in love with me. That's right. I'll covet her until she's of the age of pregnancy. I've got 5 wives, a sword, and a frothing cock. I'm ready to impregnate every woman on every island from here to the 7 seas. I am Saray's father, and I am the King of Britain. That's right. I don't like you. And I don't like anybody. Come to think about it, I only like orgasming. All right.
I'm coming this summer.
I'm coming this summer. I'm coming this summer.
Super chat party.
What are we doing?
Jakey and I
God.
preview Bash in Berlin and No Mercy, dropping this Friday morning, wherever you vid and pod. Jungle Twat should join his dad.
Jungle. Wow. Yeah.
That's a 90210 deep reference.
Let him
there.
get in a car accident with real glass and go through the windshield. I guess.
Spaz and I going heavy into the NXT coverage. I know you haven't seen much on the NXT side, I'm sure, but Joe Hendry continues to be a delight.
Ooh.
Okada is a joke. I don't get it. Waiting for Omega?
I don't know what they're doing with him.
I don't know, Alex Foley. I think Omega's. They don't know yet. Still, I think. And
I think Kenny still needs more surgery, from what I was reading not that long ago.
Oh,
Like,
I
he
know.
was still.
I saw the Joe Henry stuff yesterday. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I liked
with
that.
Ethan
Actually,
Page.
Yeah, that was good.
He's just so goddamn creative, and he's a face that makes sense. Where like he doesn't not attack you back. You know, he gets his revenge. He doesn't. Hey, I'm not going to be the ultimate pinnacle of good here. You know, Mr. Lawful Good. No, instead he's gonna kick some ass while getting the crowd to chant for him at the same time. So that's cool. The betrayal with the Rascals, that's going to be hot for Sunday. There's a lot to look forward to. So,
yeah.
But obviously this Saturday, Bash at Berlin, we'll go over our predictions shortly. That's going to be, hell of a show as well. I said before to Spaz, I said it's very enjoyably predictable. It's going to be, obviously, what happens, but it's going to be very fun to watch. I think they're going to try and throw out a few surprises maybe here or there, but for the most part, it seems pretty booked by the numbers.
Yeah, because they always keep these pretty safe. Like, there might be one little thing that happens, but they keep these fucking weird midday shows pretty toned down in a way because they know that half of, like, the normal viewership doesn't watch. Like, so much of America is not going to be watching that, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, because I believe it's, 1 p.m. on Saturday?
Oh, I'm not going to see it. Oh, my God. Oh! We hit the goal! We hit the goal! Spectral Citizen! Racing on the thunder! Rising with the heat. It's gonna take a Superman to sweep me off my feet. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. Spectral Citizen! I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. And he's gotta be sure, he's gotta be soon. He's gotta be larger than life, larger than life. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
What was that show title the other night? Are you gone by 2027? I hope not. I just wish they had a place to watch their PPV like Peacock.
Right? No, somebody said that they'd be gone by 2027, and I was actually responding to that, but I never.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into that. I gotta be honest. Like, I sort of didn't.
No, but Spectral Citizen's got a great point by bringing that up because that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. It's not that far off. If they don't get the TV deal that they need, never mind what they want, but that they need, or if they can't get a TV deal in general, I mean. It's not exactly like they're breaking down the door with these huge ratings. So them going streaming, like a Netflix type option for them, I'm shocked that they don't have their own streaming service yet because they have a 5-year library of AEW, but they have the entire Ring of Honor library. You have Honor Club. Why not combine the two and make it some type of subscription thing?
Do something.
Pay-per-views, all of it.
You know what they should do is
sell it to for this.
Sell it to Disney or something. Disney don't have it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, at this point, you're spending $120 in 2 weeks on pay-per-views. I mean, you got it. All in is 60, all out 60, and then the WWE PLE is what? Peacock is $5, I think, a month for the cheapest level with ads. So you spend $5 and you get everything for the month versus the one show. And I wish AEW would change in that format, but. The news of them, basically, going belly up in 2027 is it's pretty contingent on them not getting the TV deal they need or want at all. And it basically, if they can't present themselves, it'll be another TNA type thing where they just basically have to resort to a streaming thing, or, I mean, you don't know. So they're saying things are going great with Warner Discovery. Then you're hearing people from the Warner side complaining constantly. So you don't know which end to believe, but.
It's hard to believe Tony Khan's end at this point with everything else that he's lied about.
It is very concerning. I would say that much. And unfortunately, they are still in a place where they don't need to make money, and they have the back end finance of a billionaire. So, I mean, realistically, they could never turn a profit and continue to operate. It's just how long. Is this funded for? How much money are they willing to continue to put into this? So really, I mean, it could be over tomorrow. It could be over in 30 years because technically, so long as they choose to keep paying for it, it'll never go away. They don't need to be profitable at this point, and that's a huge thing for them.
Yeah, they're not like really worried about, well, oh my God, we got to get it done. Oh my God, we got to get it done. I mean, that last year, it's going to be crazy. I got to find that clip of Cowboy fucker saying Like, I want you on your knees or
I
whatever.
want you on your knees. It was
so
actually
weird.
a pretty strong promo, and it closed a lot of the issues that I've had recently. It was a decent match with Tomohiro Ishii, so the human potato was actually able to sell quite well for Hangman at times. Not the greatest, but certainly a passable TV match. And then we go ahead and, as I said, we get this pretty good back and forth between Swerve and Hangman. So Swerve comes out right after the match looking pissed off. Nana not looking too happy either. And he's like, I feel sorry for you, Hangman. You know, you're a petulant child throwing tantrums. And he's like, you know, I'm closer to success and you're more than further away. I'm a world champion, you know, and the reason for that is because you failed. And then he says, you're not a champion. You're not a world champion. You're just a piece of shit. And the audience pops. And I mean, he's like, you couldn't beat me on your own. He goes over the 3 times and he's like, it's just going to be the 2 of us, you know, and I want to lock them out. And then Swerve says, lock them out. Well, I want to lock us up. So they're going to have a cage match. And that's when Swerve kind of made a reference about, you know, hey, I'm going to recall going back to your house a second time and watching your pregnant wife get into the car and you're going to be a father. He said, that's the man you were supposed to be, but you were always focused on me. You screwed your team at Blood and Guts. You couldn't win any, you know, you couldn't win the Owen. You couldn't win anything because you're focused on me. And I mean, it was certainly a great back and forth. Covered a lot of angles and stories. They talked about the home invasion and all that shit. So Swerve's still kind of the heel, but not.
Or at least you can understand Adam Page's motivation. Yeah. He's not just
even though he's being a heel, you know, since coming back and an asshole himself. He's you know, completely filled on revenge. So
no,
it was more compelling than I expected it to be, and they sold it quite well with just the vitriolic hate that spewed from both of them. It looked believable.
Right.
You're like, oh my god, these guys hate each other and they could be the best of friends, but they made it believable. But that line, I want you on your knees, you know, that's it got me going.
Well, it just made me want to have sex with a guy. It was really weird. I laughed out loud, and I laughed out loud at that, and then I laughed out loud when they showed what's her face, Mariah May took her clothes off, and then some little girl in the front row was trying to cover her father's eyes up. I thought that was the funniest, and in fact, Excalibur, fucking retard, he was laughing. He couldn't stop himself because he just thought it was really funny.
That is, though, because of natural moments. I mean, they did make me laugh, and most in the audience, with the one security guard that ran away from Marina Shafir. He just runs into her, and he's like, no, and he runs away. So it was funny in that regard, but I'm tired of seeing the security get their ass kicked constantly. Like, we saw it with the MJF stuff. We saw it. Just makes them look very inept. They get a few points, like, oh, but they saved Darby Allin. They stopped Jack Perry from killing him. And then the next week, they're like, oh, we really fucking screwed the pooch, boys. Like, I know it's kind of the trope in wrestling. It's not just AEW, but always when they attack all the security guards, they've done it with Rhea recently, and it's always kind of ridiculous. But
right,
Jamie Hayter at All In, when she ever threw that man into the stairs, she made that personal. Oh my God, if that was a wrestler, you know, intended to work or whatever, but that man got brutalized. She chucked him by his beard into the staircase. The sound that his back makes is grueling. It's such a great clip, but I mean, right as she came back, just kicks all down the security guards. She grabs this guy and just chucks him into the metal stairs. So again, like I said, compelling there, and it really sold me. So they had 2 solid, good segments: the MJF one with Garcia and Swerve and Hangman.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fun. It was kind of fun tonight. I kind of had fun with AEW tonight. Didn't love everything, but I mean, I had fun, so that's good.
They did a pretty good job building off of All In towards All Out. You know, we've got the 2 main matches there. We still don't know how it all plays out, but we do 3 matches because we got Will Ospreay and Pac. Obviously, the Bastard going to be facing off against each other, so that'll be great as well. I don't know what they're going to do with, you know, Moxley, but we'll see what happens with that. But Jack Perry standing, you know, with both titles to close the show was not what I wanted to see.
Yeah, I was a little sort of disappointed. I was like, oh, who's it going to be? Who's going to be the one that, because they're going to do that. Somebody's going to challenge him. And then when it was him, it was like, oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, good idea, kind of, but by the way, really quickly, Leah wants to remind you of who's on top. She wants to be on top. Sith Negan is $2,000. Biff Tannen in second place. Ghost from the Coast just behind second place. Z-Pain just behind Ghost from the Coast. These standings are going to go away the day after tomorrow, so this is the very end of the month. Who's going to win? Probably Sith Negan. Who's going to be the top 3 dogs here? Z-Pain just out of it. D. Welsh out of it a little bit there. Joe Pesci's on the board, number 6. Unbelievable. And, by the way, fuck all this wrestling, because, Jake, I got a fucking Tyriel's Might earlier in Diablo 4. And
you must have went nuts.
I almost jerked off on somebody. Do you know why I have this Tyriel's Might? And by the way, you don't play Diablo anymore, so you don't even know. But
I still follow some of the stuff. I still like, check out the Reddit every now and again, and every like month or so, I'll tune back into somebody streaming the game and be like, let's see what's new.
Let me tell you something, Jake. Right now,
because this is the mythic stuff, right?
Yeah. Yes, but they're doing a goblin event right now, and there's like the goblins are everywhere, and it's fucking fun. Like,
see, that's what was missing.
But the game is still missing stuff, though, Jake. It is still missing, because it's like, what's the end game right now is like kill the Uber bosses, and it's really hard to do that. And there's 6 mythic items, but that's it. So it's like after it's like, well, what else is there? So the game, and even that's a pain in the balls. So the game is still missing something, but it's fun, and then it's annoying, and then it's fun, and you're back and forth on I hate it, I love it. Why am I wasting my time with it? But I'm having fun now. It's very weird. So anyway, I was in a guy that I know's stream. He's one of the top Diablo streamer guys. And I said something funny, I was like, it was earlier today, I was cleaning, and I took a break from cleaning and doing all my stuff I was doing today, and to get done with work. And I sat down here, and I went, and I said something in his thing. I said something funny, like, I was like, I can't even fucking beat an Uber boss right now. I was like, I have a piece of shit necromancer. So he goes, oh, I'm carrying people through the Uber bosses today, so join me and, we'll do it. So I joined this guy that I watch, and we kill the boss a couple of times, and a fucking mythic drops. And
that's awesome.
I was like,
did you wake up Leah?
You know what? It was like kind of like delayed happiness. But you know what? Even though it was, I didn't wake up Leah though, Jake. See, that's my problem, is I don't normally like to be carried, and I don't like help. I don't like that. I like playing a game, and then something amazing happens. So even though I was excited and was happy, and I was like, this is fucking cool, and I'm pretty happy, even though that's the case, there was something missing, right? Because it was like, I had help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
RPG God.
So, like, but this is my reaction, Jake. Here you go.
Guys, I really don't at all.
I was very somber.
When I was in my 20s.
I was excited, but
an old piece of shit.
I don't know why he's listening to this, but
when I was in my 20s, I was a much
nothing wrong with
gamer.
Michelle Branch.
Is that who that is? I know who that is.
Much better reaction time.
Gotta know all the pop divas.
It's funny too because
I can't believe I got Tyriel's Might, bro. Almost never made mistakes.
Oh my! Oh, that's not even the clip. I'm sorry, I had a clip prepped. I'm like a night show host. You know what I mean? People go, stuff. You watch Tonight Show or something with Conan O'Brien back in the day, or Jay Leno, or before they screwed Conan, and come on, the guest would say something and seem spontaneous, but then it sets up something that happens. And you're like, oh, this whole fucking thing was planned. Well, yeah, I had a plan to take a break from wrestling for 2 seconds to show you a 10-second clip. Here it is. Go get them, Skellies.
There we go.
Watch this, Jake. The giant skeleton. My reaction here. Person.
I'm going to figure out everything. I'll teach you everything.
Was he free, Dork?
DOE 2, I'll teach you everything.
Here it is.
I'll figure it all out.
There it is, a purple one.
You,
oh, shit, we got a mythic. I mean, this is more rare, kind of, than the thing I got the time I did wake up Leah.
Exactly.
Real easy.
We got a mythic.
Real easy.
Look at that purple shine.
Look at my face. I look stoned.
Yeah, you're
super
like,
easy.
I could, like,
Rax is the ARPG
I'm like, wow.
god.
I got something. I can't believe it. It takes a while for my excitement. Oh my God, Tyriel's Might!
It's got to.
There it goes. Starts building.
Denial.
Lit. It starts building up my excitement. Once I started reading the
Evil
stats.
Spectrum got a Tyriel's Might. See? He messaged me an hour ago saying his Necro is a complete piece of shit, couldn't do anything. Now he's got it.
Yeah, see, now you
There
got
it
something.
is. See, you just got to get someone to carry you a couple of runs. You know, Jake?
That's it.
But
They
that's
can
not
help you
fun
out.
to me. You know, it's like I want to play the game myself and solo it, and I want to find shit solo. I don't want to be in a group. I mean, me and Leah's brother and Leah all ran Uber bosses like 70 times one day, and I didn't get shit. And Leah got a fucking mythic. First fucking kill. She gets a fucking ring that's like mythic. And I'm like, that's like the best one you can get. You start, the season's over. You just got the best item. But anyway. But yeah, so
She's always had good RNG luck.
she had, you're right. Same, and when we go gambling too, you're right.
Yeah,
what
but
the
see, your
fuck?
luck is run out only because you have a good audience. You know, you look at that
Right.
donation tier list that we had a minute ago. Sith Negan on top and everybody down, not that far between. I mean, it's been a competitive month, really.
Right.
But you look at that top 10 list, and you know you got a lot of love coming your way. So that's where your luck runs dry. That's what it is. You got an amazing audience. Everything else you got to work for.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. So,
That's what it is.
So, well, no. I can do this, and I get all this great support. Whereas my wife, she's got to be lucky. I'm lucky that I found it. You know, I'm not lucky. People love us. People love me. You know, Jake. People love me a lot. You know, not really anybody else. They love me more than Leah. Leah, they don't really love.
No,
they love
but
me.
They love you.
She's
You,
lucky.
yeah.
She needs to be lucky. I don't need to be lucky. I just need to be.
No, you
me.
need to be loved. She doesn't need to be.
I'm just me, and I'm loved. It's crazy.
Yeah, it just happens. It's a natural way.
She has to pull out her bat tattoo titties or something.
Yeah, you're just a ray of light of sunshine that brings together this community.
I am somebody who should be shot, probably, actually. But let's go to the donations again.
You can use
no
them Trump
pop for
magic bullets.
1,300 in attendance. Ricochet blocked me on it causes I asked he was Tony's new toy and said he will be put on the shelf when Tony's done.
Well, listen, if you are, that may be true. A Drizzle 315, that probably is true. And listen, if you just tweet that into the ether and you tweet out on your Twitter like, you know,
Shit bomb.
that, fine.
Vince McMahon's heartbeat needs to disappear.
What the fuck? I'm not on board with that, Triple M, but it might soon, to be honest. But like, if you, Triple M, thank you. But if you just tweet that out there, that's okay. That's an opinion that, listen, if he finds that and he blocks you, that's on him. But if you tweet that at him, I mean, you know, he's not going to be happy. I mean, how could you be happy if...
I'm afraid if Vince McMahon's heart stops. I'm kind of convinced it's like the movie Spawn, where he had some type of device implanted.
Yeah.
The world's going to die.
Mox
if Vince
just
dies.
showed us that Shane is writing now.
Mox just showed us that Shane is writing now.
Yeah, it's
Oh
back
my
at the
God.
MMA. Yeah, he's got Marina Shafir. And
Dude.
Spaz sent me this before. A Drizzle mentioned it. But yeah, tonight they were only set up for 1,830 tickets.
What?
And out of that, they only could sell 1,386 seats. I don't know if any of those were comped. But as far
Oh
as
my
those
God.
distributed, they had 1,386 people in attendance tonight. And that's in Champaign, Illinois. So
My fecal matter's on.
I mean, that's a couple of hours away from Chicago, right? But I mean, wow.
It's okay, I am a horse.
Oh my God, it's the ghost. It's not the ghost from the coast. It's the ghost.
Fecal matter's on the floor.
The ghost. A different
Fecal matters on the floor. It's okay, I am a horse. Fecal matters on the floor.
I don't know, man, Ghost. If you're the real ghost, the real ghost is dropped like $2,000 this month. I don't know.
On the floor. Fecal matters on the floor. But it's okay, I am a horse. It's okay, I am a horse. My fecal
Oh my God, we blew the goal away. The goal has been blown away, guys.
like I blew you last night. Woo!
Oh yeah.
The real ghost is here. Po-oh baby Pesci world order in the house.
Uh-oh, baby. Joe Pesci and his crew have shown up.
You think I'm funny?
I want to see Joe Pesci just beat somebody's ass. I mean, this Joe Pesci. Oh, there's Joe Pesci right there. The Ghost. Thank you, Ghost. The other Ghost.
Someone donated 9.
And now it's Joe Pesci.
I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
What was that Saraya shit about? I didn't understand.
It was her after All In. She just kind of like barged into the media thing and was like, "Fuck all of you." Yeah. And then tonight they were like, they were trying to talk about something related to that, and they were like, "Yeah, Saraya." And then Saraya just basically walked out into the night and went goodbye or something like that. And I was like, "What?" So I don't know if that means she's
I've been
really
going to
gone or
wrestling
not.
shows for over 30 years.
Oh shit!
Never in all that time have I ever felt until last Sunday that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
If we become real fat, we could bonsai drop people like Yokozuna.
The problem is when you're real fat like that, the ability to move and dive on people becomes non-existent. So maybe if someone like, because I was that size, if someone like pushed me and I fell on him, you could say it was a bonsai drop. The fact that Yokozuna got as big as he did and could safely land on people's chests and not hurt them is amazing.
Well, some people...
No, if he didn't like you, he would hurt you. But
Yeah.
Cornette would tell stories all the time about him, like, "Oh, I got you, brother. Don't worry," and he would squash him, and you'd never feel it. And then all of a sudden, if you pissed him off, or he would put every pound into his ass cheeks on your chest. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to always. The AEW just did over 50,000 fans for All In, which was great for Wembley. Yeah, it's down from last year, but still, it's great. They did a great thing. But when you see numbers like this for Dynamite in the United States, it gets worrisome. I mean, for Raw next week, they have a ticket right here in Section 2, so you'd be on the hard cam, looking at the hard cam. Row B, C18, it's $2,000 for this ticket from Ticketmaster, not resale. So that's their official platinum price. I wonder what all the fees and stuff are. Let's see. I'll accidentally charge your credit card, Joe.
Okay.
But it's just like, it'd be $22.35 out the door.
My fuck you.
For a for a second row ticket.
That's crazy. You could sit in the front row. That's just crazy. But
Bad Blood's even more expensive. Bad Blood, same section, $2,000.
But you know what? Now you're back to some crazy times because when WWE was here in Worcester, I know that I was comped tickets and I sat in the front row a lot. But there was one of those shows I remember I was gonna go there and I was thinking about just buying one ticket for me and going, and then I didn't do it, and then I did get tickets, but the front row ticket was I think it was $500 or $380. Anyway. The bottom line is it was doable. $350 or whatever, something like that. I'm like $350. I can sit in the front row and on camera and everything and whatever. And I'm like, that's crazy. Now I got the tickets
because you didn't
comped.
spend that much for Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Money in the Bank. I was in the middle of the row and it was like $80 or something. But
yeah, you managed to get a good seat.
Dude, those tickets back then, well, probably Money in the Bank might have been a little more now that I think about it. But it's funny how they used to be a lot more and then they went down to shit. Like the fact that
they were doing 4-packs for $20.
Yes.
When you and I went to SmackDown that one time. We were
yes.
Like, we got comp seats. We could have just slipped us a 20. We were laughing like, thanks, being wise asses. Yeah. And, we were appreciative, but it was like, oh my God. Yeah.
Because that was
there's nobody here. The tarps are everywhere. That's why we had time to bring
honestly,
the tarps.
I got to be honest, Jake, you've got kind of bad luck a little bit. Not that it's not bad luck because it's great that we got free tickets. It's so amazing, but
exactly, I'm always appreciative. But like even the SmackDown we went to,
the one you went to, the security was blocking you.
Yeah, no Rock, no Cody.
The one that we went to together, we were pretty far away, but still,
we were all right. It was
good.
A little bit out, but that was good.
But every time I go
in the hallway there,
yes. But every time I go, I get like front row tickets.
You were right up there, yeah.
It's because it's one person, I think. I think it's because
it's
like,
easier, yeah.
There's always like people bought 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, and there's uneven. So there's always an empty seat somewhere in the front. So yeah, I guess it's probably easier to fill with one. And that was also, a small arena. That was Mohegan Sun, so
yeah.
whatever. But yeah, but we
But
got
you look
hooked
back
up.
then to the tarped off areas and how they didn't. It's like, oh yeah, and times have changed, but they're white hot. I mean, you look at all the sellout shows they had from Mania onwards, and they're still doing really well. I wonder if AEW kind of has an issue with just how they have not only marketed themselves, but also they've returned to the same markets repeatedly. And it doesn't always seem like they really branch themselves out. And I know it draws a risk when you go away from like major cities and metropolitan areas. They don't draw huge, but then again, they went to Chicago so many times in a row. How many fans are going to pay, to go again and again and again? That's why it's, obviously sunk cost fallacy at some point, but it just seems like they're at a losing rate, unfortunately. But still, I mean, All In was decent. Not the best. I think last year was certainly better, but they did a good job with Wembley overall. They told some good stories. But I'm looking more forward to this weekend, Joe. We got Bash in Berlin. I always want to say Bash at the beach, so Bash in Berlin. Right away, Gunther taking on Randy Orton. I think this has to be the main event. I think there's no way that Gunther
Of the show?
loses. Yeah, I think they're going to go
What the
ahead
fuck
and
is
have
Punk and
this.
Drew then?
The one I think they're going to be the second to last match. They'll be the penultimate because they're doing the home. I didn't think this way at first, but Spaz and a few others kind of sold me on it, and it makes sense how they did Rhea in Australia. Sami Zayn in Montreal when they are Drew in that when they did the PLE recently in Glasgow. So same idea. I think they're going to go ahead and have Gunther be the main event to really hype up the home crowd. And I mean, I hope Randy's ready to get booed. But
Wait, Gunther's from Germany?
Well, they say he's from Austria, Germany. They're using this as of his like homecoming. I mean, that's as close as they're getting. So, I mean, he's been there all week. So has Jacob Fatu, which is great to know. So Jacob, no issues getting out of the country. Glad to know that he was able to go overseas without Triple H having to help him out this time. Because when he went to Canada previously, they had an issue and Triple H had to get involved. So thankfully, no issues there. And it also shows that they're using him as an ambassador. So they have plans for Jacob Fatu in the future. He's not just someone they're using right now. So they see a lot in him. So that's cool. And also it kind of lets you know that he's not injured if he's traveling that much. So thankfully. But yeah, Gunther, Randy Orton, I think this is going to close the show, be the big main event. I don't think it's the biggest draw, certainly, but I think they're going to have this be the main event because of Gunther.
Okay, I can see that now. That makes sense.
Basically, when they scheduled this show to happen, whenever they announced Bash in Berlin to happen, I think it was back in October, they said that they were going to do it in the first ever pay-per-view in Germany. And people were going nuts, being like, oh, that's it. Gunther's going to win the title there, or he's going to be champion. And now he is. Like it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So
I think
since then, it's been almost a year of people being like, wait till Germany, he'll be champion. And now he is. So
I'll think about it as we go through this list because I don't remember. What the fuck is Cody doing?
He's taking on Kevin Owens.
Oh, that doesn't seem like the main event.
No, and that's face Kevin Owens too. They're trying to like sell it. Will Kevin Owens turn on Cody? But
yeah, I didn't care. I don't care, to be honest. I wish
that's the thing. It's really hard to get involved because right now they're on hold with the bloodline stuff. They got to build up with Roman again, and it seems like that's going to be built towards Survivor Series for the War Games thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it'll be a good match. But Cody's going to win. He's obviously going to retain. No doubt about it. One thing I think, though, is that with Gunther's match, I think that Ludwig Kaiser will get involved. I think they're going to, because he's obviously going to be, the hometown boy as well, getting cheered. But I think they want to split them up pretty soon. Kind of seems like that's the way they're going. So, and it not necessarily that he's going to go for the title either, but just that they won't be together. We'll see some type of betrayal, a match, and then they'll go on ways.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, Cody's going to win. That's so obvious to me, and that's about it. He's going to win that
Cody,
match.
Gunther, they both got him. Know
that.
That's what I said before. It's entertainingly predictable. There'll be good matches, but no champion, either one of them is losing. So then we have the Terror Twins, so Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley taking on the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. So will Finn Balor get involved, since it's been Damian Priest and Finn Balor feuding? It's basically Damian is helping Rhea here, and I'm curious to see, does Finn Balor play into the finish? I don't think so. I think we're going to get the feel-good win moment from the Terror Twins. And I don't necessarily think Rhea will be done with Liv yet. She's going to continue to go for the title. But I think Damian's going to move on to go take out Finn Balor. I think they're going to feud going forward. The only thing is, eventually Finn has to defend the tag titles. So do you see, Damian Priest team up with somebody? If so, who? Jey Uso, Sami Zayn? There's a bunch of possibilities. So do they team up to take on the Judgment Days, JD and Finn, to take them, the tag titles away from them and get revenge?
Yeah, I could almost see him starting. It's almost like they're starting a new faction soon.
Kind of seems like something's going to happen in that way, yeah.
Because Priest by himself is whatever. But, I mean, if I'm them, I'm thinking let's make Priest go off by himself finally. But, I mean, what's going to come of that? So probably I'd put him in a group again, or a tag team like you said, or something like that.
Because he can't go for the title right now. He just lost it. And going for the IC title, there's a lot of people in that mix already.
Yeah.
So what do you do with him? You just have him, feud with Finn Balor? But then the tag titles aren't being defended, so that gets affected.
It could be. It could be just him and Finn. It really could just be him and Finn.
I could see a bad blood, him and Finn having a match and then going their ways also post that, but...
Yeah.
We'll see. I think Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley win here, though. I think they are going to torture these two, get some good lashings in, and Rhea gets a little bit of revenge.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know. Like, if they're not ready to move on from this yet, I don't know, man. I'm actually going to pick the bad guys to win. I'm going bad guys.
I mean, certainly could keep the story going so that Rhea still has to attack Liv and get the title back eventually.
Yeah, because they've got to move to the next thing or whatever. Because, yeah, it's not even. It feels like it's fizzled out a little bit here. Like we're missing something, but. And I think part of that is because they're doing a tag thing instead of just.
It's a mixed tag match, and in WWE's mixed tags are a little odd. So Rhea can beat up Dominic, but Dominic can't attack her, and Damian can't attack Liv, and you obviously don't want to see the men walloping the women like Stone Cold, stunning and hitting Lita with about 10 chair shots. You don't need something that extreme.
Yeah.
But like when Baron Corbin hit the end of days on Becky, things like that, seeing them feud with each other, and that, it makes sense in the moment. It's like, oh, it's a big moment. But I hate when basically WWE chooses not to, acknowledge intergender wrestling. And I get it, but it's still kind of silly to see the women attack the men, and you can't really do anything about it.
Well, it's just like real life, Jake. It's gonna be just like real life, and we love
Pussy
real life.
pass denied.
This thing is a waste of money for everyone.
Wow, AEW is a waste of money for everyone. A Drizzle 315, thanks for the $1.99. But guess what? Here's the thing. AEW, maybe it's a waste of money for Tony Khan or somebody, or I don't know, but it's not a waste of money for all the wrestlers who are getting paid, and it's not a waste of money for all the wrestlers who are getting paid way more than they would have because they're driving up prices, and it's not a waste of time for me because I got more content and we get all this great competition because of it. So listen, I mean, the only thing that AEW is a waste of money for, to me, is Tony Khan's bank account, and the guy's fucking never going to run out of money. Khan. Well, Shad Khan, whatever. I mean, they're never going to run out of money. These guys have endless money to play with. So, listen, I never get the thing where people are like, "What? Like he's wasting his money? Like he's fucking rich. His investments this month are going to pay for AEW this year, and he's already.
He just had AEW invest into the Fulham Women's Soccer Club.
Well,
so all of the women's soccer club, the jerseys are going to say AEW on the front, but it's you own the soccer club, so you're just giving yourself money. Like it's.
Yeah, it's just, dude, it's just, there's fucking, these people are mega rich. They're not going to, dude.
I'm going to sponsor Joe Cronin.
I'm never going to worry about, I don't care what, they can throw all the money at retard wrestlers all they want. I don't care because in the end, it's not our money, and no one's going to get hurt from it. It's not like TNA. I could see the people in TNA worrying, right? Like seriously, Dixie Carter blew some money, and I don't know.
Her family had to have like an intervention at one point to argue with her not to spend anymore. Like that was a real problem.
They weren't that rich, right? Like, didn't they? Didn't like.
They were millionaires, not billionaires, from my understanding.
Right. Like, if her family has $50 million, they threw away $10 million on TNA or whatever.
She spent a lot of money. I know at one point in time, I forget the amount that was thrown around. I'll see if we can find out.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But this is, these guys aren't going to ever lose money, because even if the cons came down to their last $100 million, they could take 20 million of that, invest it the right way in a second, and in so many different ways, and just replicate it. It's not. They will be fine, like so fine. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit!
Tonight we're getting fucked up. Yeah, we are.
Oh my God! It's Just Call Me Luke, the OG!
Pass me some of that vodka. And pass me some of that ecstasy.
Wow!
And give me some of that pussy. Tonight we're getting fucked up.
Skylar Fat, hey. On a real note, that was a great all-in, gents. Also looking forward to Ricochet and his run. Have a great night, y'all.
Man, Just Call Me Luke. What a friggin' OG beast. What up, Luke? It's so good to hear from you, dude. It was a pretty good time, yeah. Listen, Ricochet did whatever tonight, and we'll see what's going to happen going forward with him. I feel like he's going to be booked like a spectacle, like the great Ricochet can do things.
Come on out, you rapist!
And that's really it, probably. Which, he'll be... The Dork Knight became a member, which he'll be entertaining, and he'll be all right. The Dork Knight, what, did he get money or something? He's donating. He said I hired an attorney today. How did you hire an attorney? How did he get the money already? That is scary. I thought it was going to be a lot of money. Is someone doing, like, pro bono work because you're retarded? They're like, I've been looking for a retard.
Shit bum!
Kenny Bolin has his finger in the youth of America.
I bet he does. Usually those Dems do. The Ghost, thank you for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. I wouldn't be surprised. Come on in, little boy. Thank you, Ghost. And who was... Just Call Me Luke. Is he the... No, he didn't beat Spectral Citizens 40. Very close, though. Just Call Me Luke. You sex beast god. Appreciate that. Thank you, Dork Knight. That's 15 months in a row, actually, for Dork Knight. So thank you, Dork Knight. Yeah, it's very sexy of you. How many matches have we gone through now? 3 so far?
Yes, we have 2 left. So we have the unholy union of Alba Fire, Isla Dawn,
Shit
the current
bum.
women tag champs.
Get interrupted.
I am the real ghost with the most.
Oh wow, the Ghost, a new one of the new people in the chat.
The Ghost
come from the Pesci
not from
Club.
the coast.
Yeah, not the Ghost from the coast. This is just
the ghost with the most.
I guess.
Yeah. All right.
There's so many ghosts going. I've watched other wrestling streams and shows and other places, even Star Trek stuff, and there's always a ghost in everybody's. I don't know if you've ever noticed this.
And then who are you gonna call?
It's so weird. Ghost.
No, my attorney. I'm still being charged with rape. Fucking bitch. Any event. But yeah, so the Unholy Union, Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, taking on the Women's Tag Team Championship defense here against Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. I don't think that Bianca and Jade are going to win. What's her name now? Blair Davenport kind of got involved the other day. It seems like she's going to get involved with Alba and Isla. I don't think Bianca and Jade win the titles back. I think that they don't get it. Maybe this leads to them splitting up something. I don't know, but I don't think they're going to win it. They certainly could, but I think the Unholy Union keeps it for a little bit longer.
I'm going to go the other way. I think they are. I think they are going to win it because I think they want to do this thing with Jade and Bianca, and they're the champions. and then they'll turn on each other later. But also, if they don't win, they could turn on each other still and still wrestle.
I was
But
shocked they didn't turn on each other when they lost the titles the first time.
That's what I think I said they'd do that too. So, like,
yeah,
I almost want to say that now they'll do it. Like, because, you know what? I can't.
I see them turning on each other more than winning.
Really. I gotta say they're gonna turn on each other. I'm gonna change. I can't.
Even if they don't go heel or anything, they could just have a problem.
It doesn't make sense that they didn't do it the first time and now they do it the second time.
See, I think that they're going to do another 6-woman tag. That was kind of my thought process.
I want them to do it. Just do
Pennywise gets involved. Watch everybody float.
Oh,
but you got Alba, you got Isla, then you add in Blair Davenport there, and Naomi can help out Bianca and Jade again, and that would be a 6-women's tag match at the next show. Unfortunately, it leaves the tag titles kind of not being defended, but I think that's probably what they're going for. And there's a lot of women's teams popping up left and right. They got the Pure Fusion Collection BS with Baszler and Sonya Deville. And I mean, so they're trying to at least add more teams to the division. They're making progress. It's not great, but it's getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Certainly.
It's okay, right?
I think that they're going to retain and to lead to a 6-woman tag match as the next PLE.
Okay. All right. Wow. They're going to up the thing all the way to a 6. They're really protecting Jade, maybe it feels like. Why is she in all these tag things?
Yeah, they've really tried to showcase her in limited form so far. She's still very green, it seems. I mean, she's better than what she was, but I mean, you saw her not long ago falling all over the ropes, so.
But it's only because, like, once again, like I've said this a million times, why is she doing these things? Like, that's all it is. Like, she's good.
Yeah, don't have her be doing springboards off the ropes and shit. Yeah.
Just why can't they show her footage of Hulk Hogan, especially Hollywood Hogan when he was in WCW, and be like, this is what you're going to wrestle like. Like, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do a big boot. You're going to do a leg drop. Hell, to be honest, Jake, I might even sort of indicate that she studied Hogan. And I know that they don't want to do that because of the perception of Hogan, and now he's really bad with what happened recently. So now they're probably like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, now they really don't want that. Who else could they say? Macho Man, maybe.
What if Hogan was in Jade's corner? Like, that'd be kind of cool, too. I'd put
that would not happen currently, but
no, but I
think he ruined those chances with his comments at his beer debut the other day.
I think
he's talking about Kamala.
I mean, it's not even that bad. He just said he put a leg dropper. Like, I don't know. It's not like if he called her a baboon or something, like, then it would be like, yo, whoa, like, oh my fucking God. But he just said I would leg drop her. That, like, it's.
Well, didn't he call her like a chameleon or something, asking if she's actually Indian?
Chameleon, because she, like, 1 minute she's Indian, the next minute she's black, and then she talks black, then she doesn't talk black. Kamala is a fucking retard, but. But the fact that he said he would leg drop her, I think the people jumped to the whole, oh my God, he's talking about committing violence on a colored woman.
Yeah, of course.
On a woman of color. Like,
and it's easy with his little checkered past.
Yeah, so because of his past, it looks worse or whatever. But, like, I
think he just ran his mouth and
I wish he did.
Trying to
imagine, Jake, if he had said something like that she's like, what jungle is she from, brother? That's what I want to know.
You get the Rosie O'Donnell treatment. Or no, Roseanne Barr.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Roseanne, basically, yeah. I mean, that bitch did look like the fucking ape from that movie, by the way.
Yeah. I thought the bitch was white.
I thought the bitch was white. That's great.
It's still just classic. Such a good clip.
People are so fucking sensitive.
The real main event of the show, Joe, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Their second outing. Strap match.
Let's go. That should be the main event.
It could be,
but you can't make it. But it's not going to be because you know what? You don't have a strap match be the main event usually.
Yeah, because you're just playing tag in the four corners. Like, strap matches in WWE were never great usually. Like, there's a few good ones, but I hope they show kind of the shades they did of the dog collar match that he had with MJF and how severely brutal that was. They can do some stuff here. I mean, Drew's back was welted up from the strap attack from CM Punk the week before, and again this week. So
we talked about this, Jake. I mean, I said this, like, how long ago did I say this now? But I basically said,
Before Mania.
I want these two guys to go on a fucking roll with each other until WrestleMania, like up to WrestleMania. So like they're gonna have so many matches. Like I want them to have like 5 matches, and then in the Royal Rumble, they can legit have a Stone Cold Bret Hart type of moment in the Royal Rumble, and then they're gonna wrestle each other at WrestleMania. So it's like a no-brainer to me that just keep putting them in matches, and then the Rumble moment, and then they're gonna wrestle at WrestleMania, and that's the formula. You know,
especially if you get a belt involved in between too. I mean, you don't need it, but certainly.
And they're almost
to be a champion again.
And they're almost taking inspiration in a way too from every rivalry, you know, from the beginning of the Attitude Era type of thing. Like they've done their little Bret Hart Undertaker HBK moment thing. They're going to do, I think, the Bret Hart Stone Coldish moment in the Rumble. I think they're going to do the you know, a WrestleMania match like Bret Hart and Stone Cold at WrestleMania. You know, what other type of feuds that were big and whatever that they can like sort of draw from. I don't want them to make it obvious. I don't want it to be obvious and now they're doing this. That's fucking stupid. Don't do that. And I'd rather them not do anything then at that point. But I mean, my point is like they can do so much getting to WrestleMania that they can borrow some little ideas and borrow some inspirations and keep this fucking thing going. It's got to go to WrestleMania. It's gonna, because it's fucking money.
Don't think you're wrong. I'm just curious because the current collective rumors is that this, you know, Punk wins here to get them 1-1, and then the rubber match is at Bad Blood for the anniversary for the Hell in a Cell, and that's when they do the blow-off match between those two. Because I don't know what they could do after that, but they could always do more, certainly. I mean,
they can do more, and they can...
these guys are working with magic, fighting over a bracelet, you know, and it's,
right.
It's working.
And apparently the bracelet person wants a couple bucks for that.
I believe it.
And that's like been a story that the person's asking for money because they started the whole idea, whatever. And I'm like, that's fucking retarded that they did that. But also, I would have involved that person somehow, or gotten an actor to play the person if the person didn't want to be on TV or we didn't know who they were. But because it would have been interesting if it was like, oh yeah, she told me like whatever, you know, I've got a like, or the person's at ringside. You know, they could do all kinds of goofy stuff with that. But apparently the person wants money, so they'll probably never do anything with him now.
Yeah, no.
Which is shit bum. Looks bad.
Unfortunate.
Ghost versus Ghost for the World Ghost title. Book it, corny.
There you go.
Owen will be my manager.
Oh, God.
Oh man, the Ghost is taking shots at the Ghost from the Coast.
Wants Star Maker to be his manager. Huh?
Wow. Well,
that's a choice.
So that means he won't win that match, but in a couple of years he'll be famous. So
yes.
Yeah.
They still can't see him.
There's something to be said for that. I mean, Star Maker, you know, did he make them and that's why? Or did they escape his void?
Were they already stars and he was just...
No, or did they escape his loser void to become the stars?
Once they left his orbit, they became massive deals.
It's like when
they were going to be big no matter what.
It's like when people are in Top Rope Promotions, they don't do anything, but then when they leave Top Rope Promotions, they finally... you know, take off.
Super chat.
Go to the big leagues.
1,300 people. Ricochet should have went to TNA.
Oh, hey Drizzle, thank you. Ricochet should have went to TNA. Well,
TNA is killing it right now. Emergence Friday is going to be a ton of fun. They have just been doing very well for themselves with what they have, and they keep adding in really good storylines.
It's just WWE now, though, kind of.
In a way, yeah, but they still have that TNA feel somehow. They still have that kind of like
Bullfrog is a
underground
moron.
Yeah.
Not full mainstream.
Wow, the Goon.
Hey guys. It's about fucking time Moxley uses the Death Rider theme. Wild Thing success.
Especially all the time he was a heel with it, Goon. Absolutely. It made no sense to have the audience singing Wild Thing when he's, you know, a bad guy, but that theme's okay. It's very, you know, generic metal, but it works. It fits. I liked his original theme that he had. The first one that he had in AEW.
I don't remember it now.
It was a heavy guitar riff, like very fast paced. That dun 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 dun, kind of just repeated, but it worked for him.
Is this the Death Rider theme? Is this it? Is this it? 'Cause, 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 His New Japan theme. Is that all he's using? That's what he's using in AEW now?
Yeah, his New Japan Deco.
I want to make your pussy whole. Damn. Fucking really.
I want to see Moxley just start stealing beers from the audience.
Yeah, just take people's beers and then dump it on them.
On them.
Dump it out onto them and then look at them and go, what are you going to do?
He's like, how dare you? I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah. That's I hope he drinks it in front of his kid. That's what I hope.
This is your fault.
Yeah, I want Moxley to just drink a beer in front of his family.
Super chat
and say, I don't give a fuck.
Poopsie.
Poopsie, ladies and gentlemen, it's Danny MT. Poopsie. Danny MT is here with a $1.99 Poopsie. Here's a little clip of Jake for you, my friend. You like this?
Sith was like, here, you're going to call me out all these times. I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up. Sit down before I make you taste my dick.
Oh, my God, brother.
Shit. I mean, D. Welsh kept calling him out.
You donated $50. I'm going to take my dick out because you donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker, boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
Cunt.
The ghost of Mr. Pico's manhood. I think that's the real ghost.
I think it might be.
Ghost from the coast, the ghost of Mr. Pico's manhood. Yikes. Oh, my God, bro. That is so fucking true.
His manhood is deceased.
What do you make of this Mr. Peak of that happened, Jake? I mean, like...
That was so... bizarre.
Did I do something? Because you know me, like I piss people off sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know I'm being a fucking asshole, you know?
I know, but that whole thing was just like really bizarre. And I was trying to be compassionate, but sometimes you're like, so just mute him or block him. If you have a restraining order, then say he's violating it. Like,
and I also understand. If he's doing something really bad, I also understand coming to me and saying, like, because, listen, if you do something bad, like really bad to somebody, like I'll do something. I mean, like, you know, D. Welsh, you know, did something a while back that was really bad, and I kind of got upset. But I also spoke with the other party involved, and that person, you know, forgave him, and I kind of forgave him, but also was like, yo, this is crazy what you did. And everybody apologized, and everybody kind of moved on and stuff like that. But if you actually viciously were to do something terrible to somebody in the chat or like in real life, and you're in the chat and stuff, it's like we will, you know, they're not going to just let that go. So I'm like trying to figure out from Mr. Pico, like what's really going on here. But yeah, Mr. Pico's manhood. This girl, I'm worried about his bank account and his like life savings and whatever he has.
I was worried about his sanity, but finances too.
I think it could be one goes with the other, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. She's got him all worked up. That's what it sounds like.
Dude, he's ready to drop 10 grand on her just to smell her farts.
Yeah,
like what
a mile of her shit just to see where it came from.
But Ghost, man, thank you so much, dude. That is the top donation of the night, $50. Put it up top.
Crushing that goal.
And it's Mr. Pico's manhood disappearing like this.
Gone.
That's Mr. Pico's manhood.
Oh my God!
Why?
How? Shit!
Sith Negan, the enemy designed.
Thank you, Leah. Say it again, Leah. Let me stroke it.
Sith Negan, the enemy designed.
Huh?
We need a Leah AI bot now.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Technology is there. We just have to sample enough of her audio.
Dude, if she
go back to the old shows and just clip all of her talking, we'll put it into the AI bot.
I'm sorry.
When the AI starts yelling at you as your wife, then you know you've gone too far,
right?
This thing's nagging at me again.
I'm sorry. I don't normally like to bring attention to this, but I'm gonna fucking die, dude. I'm gonna pass out. So we're all talking. We're doing this show. We're not really paying attention to anything stupid, but out of nowhere earlier tonight, I don't know why he said this. I don't know why he said this, but earlier tonight, randomly, and maybe someone can explain what's going on because I don't know what's going on. But earlier tonight, Danny MT in the chat, he goes, some of the viewers are going to be going to jail. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Anyway, so I just ignored it and moved on. But I saw that and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? What is that comment? And now it's like 25 minutes later and a name pops up in the chat. Danny MT will die tonight. Stay tuned. Oh my God, these fucking trolls, man. Danny will die tonight. Stay tuned. It's the stay tuned part that's funny. It's not the other part. Oh my God, bro. These fucking people.
Oh my Jesus. Like, he needs money to pay for a lawyer. He got caught giving roadhead to Dork Knight, and Dork Knight got a DUI in the same incident. Huh. Makes sense. I mean, I'd certainly be pissed.
How did he get a lawyer? How did Dork Knight afford a lawyer? What did we figure this out?
No, they said Mr. Pico needs money to pay for a lawyer.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna
saying
need
he
it.
got caught giving roadhead to Dork Knight.
Oh,
and that's when Dork got a DUI.
I see.
So
I see.
Aboard that SS Enterprise, Captain, somebody came, but nobody left. Sadly, the lights were not on.
Countdown of my life, says Danny MT. Yeah, look out, Danny. You might be fucking dead tonight.
The seconds are ticking away.
Well, if you're in one of those apartment buildings that those Venezuela fucking terrorists have taken over in California, you know, maybe they'll take you out next and take your building. You know,
the only thing
yes,
I can imagine it. You know, we actually had a bunch of cops last night outside of the house, and I look up and I see a blinking red light, and I'm like, the cops are flying a fucking drone. They were looking for somebody.
Oh,
but our local PD, they had the K9 out, but they also went ahead and were flying a drone over the fields and stuff over here looking for somebody. And I was like, well, future's here. We're fucked.
Yeah, dude. It's funny too.
But there was like 30 cops walking in my neighborhood. I'm not exaggerating. If I have the ring footage, I'll have to pull it up for you. But it's hilarious because they all show up when Courtney was walking the dog. She's like, "What's going on?" They're like, "We're looking for somebody." Okay, so they have the drone come out and all this shit, and I'm like, "Well, you know, I gotta be quiet on the meth lab." But besides that, crazy
We're
shit.
good.
But they must have just been bored because every cop and their brother showed up.
Well,
walking down the street, playing with all new technology toys.
Did the drone guy, like, I've seen a drone cop before, and they have like these giant vests and a backpack, and then they have like the fucking controller for the drone.
It looked like a laptop, like
Yes.
like an actual like case laptop, but he was across the street operating it out of the back of one of their cars.
Oh, okay. I've seen them actually like set up on like someone's lawn with a chair. Like they're fucking going on a computer. Like there's a video of them online. They knocked on this guy's door.
I gotta check the ring.
Yeah, and the guy literally was like, "Hey, can we use your front lawn?" And the guy's like, "Okay." And they just sit on his front lawn with looking with the drone. Now I think that wasn't like a suspect. That was like a missing person, something, whatever. So it was different, but it was still weird. Like the fucking big controller and shit bum. Oh yeah.
Pesci and myself got our start with bowling, but Crony is the best in the business at what he does.
Well, thank you, Ghost, for saying that. I got my start with myself, but I do remember when I met Kenny Bolin and we did a little show with Cornette. What a fun time! And before Cornette,
that was exciting. Now I will say, we've seen Braun Strowman destroy himself to put many people over, as well as to be a spectacle. He's flipped trucks, he's flipped ambulances, he's flipped buses, he's gone through stages. But what they did the other night was so goddamn cool, and it was so simple. They had Bronson Reed and him have this huge, street fight, and they end up outside brawling in the parking lot, and Bronson Reed hits...
bum. No.
Ooh.
Jamie Hayter need a BBC.
Lisa Jones, thanks for the $2. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
She was beating up the security. Maybe not. Maybe she's like the way her dildo vibrates. But thank you.
Well,
Lisa
she
Jones.
could do that, or I could fist it. So
2 fists with her. No hate there.
Right.
So Bronson Reed goes ahead and he hits Braun Strowman in the head with a pipe. Braun falls back on top of the car, and Bronson Reed gets up, climbs up to the top, jumps off, and crushes him on this car.
Does anyone debut at Bash in Berlin? More Roman?
By the way, yes, that was an awesome moment, Jake. I loved that moment. It was good. A Drizzle.
The little spark that went off in the light, the windows, the glass blew out, and Braun even like pre-sold it by like tightening himself up and leaning his head up. He was like, "Oh shit!" It was just superb. Hey Drizzle, thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna have. The only spot obviously would be Cody Rhodes' match. If Cody during his match, the bloodline comes out and they interfere between him and Kevin Owens, I could see Roman coming out for the pop, but I don't think they're going to have Roman or the bloodline most likely on this show. I think they're just going off of what's announced, and they're saving that for future SmackDown and pay-per-views.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you. I think that they know that this is a hometown crowd house show is what I call it. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of like a glorified house show on like a PLE or whatever. So you're really if you're my opinion is this: you're going to watch it at some point to see what happened, but it's not something you got to run home and be there to see. I'm not going to leave work early, even though I'll be at work. So that sucks, but it's not something I would call out for. Put it that way. Because in the end, it's really going to be probably a nothing burger. But I do want to see, some of the moments, and I definitely want to see Punk and Drew. So that's about it. There's really nothing else to it besides that.
Yeah, and as we're the NXT card, I'm quite excited for. They have Ethan Page defending his NXT championship against Joe Hendry. The song that he had, Ethan sucks, believe in Joe. That shit's catchy as hell. I don't know if Ethan Page gets toppled then, but I know they definitely want to capitalize on this Joe Hendry craze. I could see him winning the NXT championship, bringing it back and forth between TNA with that cross-branding promotion they have going on, especially since they made Trick Williams the special guest referee. That could be what leads to Ethan Page getting screwed over. Then he and Trick can feud, and Joe Hendry can face others. But yeah, I mean, Obafemi's taking on Tony D'Angelo, and they want to move Obafemi up soon. I mean, does he lose here? Does he remain undefeated and go into the main roster just, as never beaten? We've seen them do that with Asuka, and others. So, and then we have Chase and Ridge Holland taking on Nathan Frazier and Axiom, rematch to the week before. So that was a great tag title match. Chase U, obviously Chase and Holland won the titles from Frazier and Axiom. And they made you think they were going to lose the titles previously to the Rascals, that, Frazier and Axiom couldn't get along. They weren't on the same page. They weren't, in the same dressing room. They just couldn't function as a unit. But they ended up winning then. And then the next time they showed up, said that we're better, we're working together. They finally lose. So a little bit of a swerve there. And then we got Roxanne Perez taking on Jada Parker for the NXT Women's Championship. That'll be good. Obviously Roxanne's always good. And that's it. That's everything I think they announced. So, we got Kelani Jordan against Wendy Chu. So Wendy's doing this whole evil thing. It's kind of silly, but it's been fun in NXT for the most part. And then, of course, we have Wesley against Zachary Wentz. So the Rascals no more. Wesley turned, said Zachary left him. So that's going to be a blood feud. That's what I'm really looking forward to. So, what is that? 6 matches announced altogether. That'll be Sunday. No Mercy is going to be on Peacock. I believe Bash in Berlin starts at 1 on Saturday, I think they said. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my God. 1 o'clock. It's like, I'm going to get out when it ends.
Basically, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what my date. So that's going to be Saturday.
Yes.
So,
and then Sunday is NXT. And Friday is TNA.
So Saturday probably what's going to happen Saturday probably is the Monetize This will go down Saturday night, and it will have we'll have a slight review about what happened, and that's probably it. Unfortunately, because this is
going to be one of the shows that's not going to be a major review meeting unless something super crazy happens.
Like, dude, was it AEW? What was Saturday? No, what was the last?
Sunday was AEW All In.
Something though was on a Saturday recently, and it
Jesus, I must have Bash Brother.
Oh no, it was AEW. It was because it was in the middle of the day. So I watched the numbers of every reviewer, streamer, person. I went and looked up almost everybody I could. I looked up at least 8 or 9, 10 other people, and I looked at the numbers and I compared everybody's numbers to what they usually do, and viewership was down 40% for AEW all in. Fucking all in. The viewership on YouTube and the algorithm was down 40%, at least out here, at least all the streamers that I know. Now, viewership was about the same for the UK people.
Superchat party.
Obviously.
Last one, thanks guys. WWE just does debuts better.
Right now, I mean, WWE is doing better right now, no matter what. They're just doing better overall, which is... For 2 years on this show, I used to scream about how AEW is better, but now it's like everything is kind of outshining it. A Drizzle, thank you for all the donations tonight, A Drizzle, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, because Saturday you got that gigantic Sith Negan bomb drop. Sunday was all in. Yeah, I kept thinking it was, but it was right because it started in the afternoon. But that goes much longer than what WWE does. Theirs is usually about 3 hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes around there. So I actually prefer those most of the times. Get in, get out, get done.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always need these super long cards with 10, 11 matches.
No. Yeah, we don't need a million matches.
No. Raw, their go-home number was 1.796 million viewers for USA Network. That's slightly up from last week's 1.64. So it's pretty good for them heading into Bash at Berlin. Collision last week went up as well. They had 442,000 viewers compared to their previous 406 and the terrible 200 and whatever thousand before that. So
that's not bad for them.
No, they're back just shy under about 500,000.
What was it? Oh, because it was the night before the big show. That's why it went up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll be back to like 300,000 this week. Oh no, they got All Out, right?
We've got All Out coming up.
Is that not this week? That's next week. Okay.
That's next weekend. Yeah, they have one more.
Okay. So we got 2 weeks, kind of, almost.
Yeah, essentially. So All Out will be Saturday, September 7th.
Okay.
And that'll be a nighttime pay-per-view. So that'll go ahead and start probably like at 7 p.m.
Did we put up Ghost for the top? Yeah, I did. The Ghost from Mr. Pico's Manhood. Thank you so much.
No, I mean, I had one little funny thing is that Gable Steveson. So not only did he finally get fired recently from the WWE, they never did anything with him. He just didn't work out. He had kind of that one thing with Baron Corbin. And, well, he signed a 3-year deal as a defensive lineman with the Bills, despite never having played football before. They signed him. Well, he got released from his contract. So they said he did not make the active roster. Maybe there's a chance that he could be signed by another team. But as of right now, he's not even hired for their practice squad.
Whoa.
So real, down for him with his stock. That's just
shit bomb. That's actually
long live GCW.
Donnie Murdoch, thanks for the $2, man. Yeah, GCW, nobody will, GCW will always be big for a small portion of people out there. GCW's been fun. Why? Is there something? Yeah. Is it going somewhere? Or
GCW's done some. They had some other big show coming up.
You know who's been doing a lot with them? Isn't Zack Ryder been doing stuff a lot?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think he's the NWA champion right now still. And then
Zack Ryder's coming back, right? He should be back from injury any minute.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So, he's really helped them cross over to some of the casuals who might follow him. And, I'm not... GCW's been all right. I mean, they're not exactly... it's weird is sometimes I tune into GCW when I hear, Joey Janela's going to be there or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Every now and again, they'll have some crazy book thing. But, yeah, right now he's doing GCW, the NWA...
Yeah,
and
What else is Gable Stevenson gonna try that he'll fail at? Like, do we have?
He was
does
also doing
anybody,
stuff in TNA, so I mean, he's everywhere.
Does anybody have a guess of Gable Stevenson's next failure? I feel kind of bad for him because like he doesn't have a career. He does. I mean, does he have money?
And I don't know. And they released him after the chance where he would have been eligible to attend the Olympics, so he couldn't even do that. Like WWE kind of screwed him there, and then this. Crazy.
Wow. I mean,
Also, WWE is changing up the broadcast team, so Raw and SmackDown is going to have a bit of a shakeup. Raw is going to be Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore from ESPN. That's going to start when they move to USA for SmackDown, and then eventually Raw will be on Netflix. When they go to Netflix, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee will reunite, and then Tessitore and Graves will go to SmackDown. But for now, we're getting Michael Cole and Corey Graves on SmackDown until they, actually go to Netflix.
Wrong Joe.
We need hard rock theme music for Raw when debuts on Netflix. The name Raw screams hard rock and metal music.
Right.
Netflix better demand it from Triple H.
I'm sure they won't say anything, but
according to Netflix right now, Joe, they've got some big plans with WWE. So new stage, new intros, like they're gonna imagine a lot of the look of things, and they've done a lot to change over their director kind of stances recently. A lot more entrances from the back and all this stuff. So it's pretty crazy, but they're selling out still.
I do think they need to move back to some kind of exciting rock type of intro and not some kind of so here's the thing. This is how bad and not exciting it is. I don't watch the intro.
Most times I can't remember. Usually they don't even play it anymore.
I haven't watched the Raw intro or seen it really. I want to say like 5 years or 4 years because it sucks usually now. I'm trying to think like what was the last Raw intro that I really remember. I don't even know what the new one is. I think it sounds stupid. The last time I heard it, I was like, this sounds fucking stupid.
No kidding.
WWE Raw intro 2022. Like, what did it sound like then? Let's hear it. Oh yeah, it just sounds like some fucking.
Yeah. This is my time.
Yeah, that sounds fucking horrible.
It just doesn't fit.
Fucking terrible. All right, let's try the next 2021. Was it different?
SmackDown was bad too.
Yeah, that sounds stupid too. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, that's
the last really good one was probably Papa Roach, just because it was.
Yeah, probably. I think so too. That's why I don't watch the intro. Yeah, that's fucking terrible. That sounds like a bad video game, like Madden background track that I also mute. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nickelback is better. For sure. I mean, everybody.
I'd go back
bro,
to Nickelback.
Everybody makes fun of Nickelback, but bro, that fucking going on tonight, like that's better than fucking this by far.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I saw the Bruins intro was Nickelback for a season, and it was badass for some reason. Why don't they get Triple H to call Metallica?
I don't know why they haven't done any of that stuff at this point.
Just call Metallica, all right? And fucking make whatever. Just come up. I don't give a fuck what it is, but make it seem exciting and badass and shit. Not fucking like with the lights on, everybody see me. When a star shine here, come down the ramp and the fans scream. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
fucking
it's just
terrible.
Rambling bullshit.
Anyway, all right, Jake, go to bed.
Aye, aye, Captain. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, sir. I love
you. Busy weekend, so we'll see what happens Saturday with WWE Bash in Berlin and Sunday with Bad Blood.
If you're around,
or No Mercy, excuse me.
Party.
Come on the show if you're around.
Botch Club Oniguat? Botch Club Oniguat?
Oh boy, we got to check
Oniguat?
this out. We'll have to check out Botch Club on Instagram in just a minute. Botch Club, I'll get over there. You guys got to follow them on Instagram. Follow Botch Club. Please do it.
Oh my God!
Why?
How? Shit!
That's
So
the best.
classic.
All right.
Yeah,
dude.
it'll be a fun weekend. I will see you then. Everybody stay sexy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, there you go. The Sexy Beast. You can hear him more Jacob Spaz Phoenix Friday. Metallica has a partnership with Virginia Tech, says the D Wells. What up, D Wells, you son of a bitch? Yes, I'm going to talk like that the rest of the show. How about that? You guys want me to talk like that the rest? I'll do it. Swear to God, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The ghost from Mr. Pico's manhood is the top donation. That should make you excited, quite honestly, bro. So, guys, right now, everybody, right now, what you got to do is you got to stick your thumb up my ass and you got to click that like button for daddy. Click that like button for daddy. Click, 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 click. I'm going to stick around for another 2 minutes or so. You got me for another couple of minutes, I guess. Ha, 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 ha. If you got something to say, drop it in the chat or super chat it. Use Streamlabs donation link to pin to the top if you want there, or just spam it in the chat. I don't give a fuck. The goal was $40 tonight. We beat that goal. We beat that goal's ass, as you can see. $40. Took that fucking goal right the fuck out. We did. So how about that, man? Get wet. We'll see. Can we hit maybe D Welsh? I don't know. Maybe you're gonna keep me up all night. You keep me on all night, I'll stay on all night, and all night I'll suck you out. Ah! Crack cocaine's a hell of a drug, brother. I'll make a coffee for Christ's sake. All right, I'll make a coffee.
I love the dick.
I bet you do.
Sith Negan, the enemy designed.
Thank you, Leah.
Sith Negan, the enemy designed.
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. It'd have to be something really like just make. I mean, dude, now with AI, you can make anything. Why can't they make a Monday Night Raw intro with fucking AI? Like, dude, how hard is this? What's the current intro, dude? What if we changed it like Monday Night Raw or like Let's Get Raw? Like, you know, it could be anything, dude. It could be anything. It would be good. Like I don't know. I mean, look at Cody Rhodes' theme, right? The fuck is my dog doing? Oh, my dog's barking at ghosts. What is my dog doing? My dog's upstairs barking at the wall. Like, what the fuck is going on upstairs? I'm not kidding, guys. The dog is upstairs just barking at random shit. Like, at the wall. Like, she's upset at the wall. She's gonna wake the kids up. What the fuck? What is the dog barking at? What is she doing? But yeah, it could be anything. It could be like, you know, ready for Raw.
Super Chat Party.
Here to plug my IG Botch Club. What IG Botch Club?
Instagram Botch Club. You've got to go follow Instagram and follow Botch Club. I'm serious, dude. Like, why would you not be following Botch Club? I don't get why people wouldn't be. Fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin follows Botch Club. Like, so many other wrestlers follow Botch Club. Dude, that's like some of the best shit to scroll through. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't. You could do anything. You could literally type anything. You know what I mean? You could type anything and hit the create button, and I mean, we're going to find a better intro than whatever the fuck that bullshit was that we just heard as the theme. You know what I mean? Like, that is stupid. Haunted Cronin House. Well, I was not talking because I was reading what Leah was saying. And apparently Amazon stopped by to drop off some of the stuff that we, get delivered. So, like, my theory is that Amazon ran up and, like, delivered the shit, like, about 15 minutes ago. And she's probably just pissed off. Like, somebody's fucking doing something out there. What the fuck? And she's pissed. So that's probably what it is. My dog can hear anything coming. Like, if somebody walks nearby, she starts barking and she starts growling, actually, and like, staring. And she won't start really barking until, but she does. She's fucking very alert. And she's like, I hear everything. And she, like, puts her head down like this and starts looking around and shit. And she, like, knows. Just somebody jogging by, like, everything gets her. Like, she hears it coming.
We're all ready for raw. Time to get raw. Hard hitting, smash them in the mouth. Monday Night Raw, this is what it's all about. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. It's Monday Night Raw. Hard hitting, smash them in the mouth. Monday Night Raw, this is what it's all about. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. It's Monday Night Raw.
Wow. I mean, this is better than what they have.
Hard hitting, smash them in the mouth. Monday Night Raw, this is what it's all about. Let's get it. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. It's Monday Night Raw. Let's get it.
Sold out tonight.
Raw. Let's get raw.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like, that's not very good, right? Like, that's kind of crappy. That was crappy. But, like, that's better than what they have right now. That was better. And obviously, I didn't really write any lyrics. I just wrote, let's get raw, hard hitting, raw. We take it. Let's get raw. And I just wrote stupid lyrics, like really dumb ones. Like, I could sit here for 10 minutes and work on this if I wasn't on the air, and we could make this, like, really good. Like, so why can they not do that? Why do they have, like, whatever the fuck they have right now that sucks?
We're already ready for raw. Time to get raw. Hard hitting, smash them in the mouth. Monday Night Raw, this is what it's all about. Let's get it. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. It's Monday Night Raw. Hard hitting, smash them in the mouth. Monday Night Raw, this is what it's all about. Let's get it. Let's get raw. Let's get raw.
So, like, these lyrics are so stupid, but it's like, this still feels better than what we have. Do you know what I mean? You know, like light up the fireworks. You know, explosions. Like, there could be so many things that could be done and said, you know. Could be like, get ready for Raw. And it's like, it would be good, pretty much, for the most part. No matter what. You know? Hardcore. I'm convinced you can tell AI to make a fucking country song out of this shit and it would be good. Put Scott Steiner's math into a song. That's great. That's a good idea. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, I got a haunted house now, man. I've seen it all now. Botch Club has a troll account that attacked it. Ghost from the Coast is laughing. That's pretty funny. Let's see. What about this one? That's better than what they have. Live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Could be so good. It's like we made the most dumbest basic lyrics, and it sounds better than the lights that move in my face in the mirror, like whatever the fuck they got.
Let's get it. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. Next Monday Night Raw. Explosions, bleeding, beatings, and more. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. Let's get raw, get ready for Raw! Let's get it before Raw! Get ready for Raw!
Alright, that one's kind of stupid. That one kind of sucks. I mean, the lyrics suck no matter what, but I mean, the point is, though, that if you fix the lyrics to make them kind of make sense and be cool, kind of like the, kind of like the Out of Nowhere intro. I mean, isn't my intro kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, my intro's like, out of nowhere, here we go. Like, I mean, why not something like that? Like, my intro could be the Raw intro, and it would be better, right?
This is war out of nowhere. This is gone. So much at stake. Now they drive by the gate. This is war. RPG in its mouth. Fuck Russell, tearing it out. Through the same two SmackDown, same results. Dynamite. same result. We are told to shut our mouth. No more lies thrown in your eye. We're all together. This is war.
We're live from the Dildo Dome in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Monday Night Raw sold out tonight.
Out of nowhere.
This capacity crowd has joined us for one of the most important nights of the year, the night after WrestleMania.
This is war. Out of nowhere. War close to our soul, but this is war. The original. Out of nowhere. This is war.
Well, they're in Columbus.
This is war. Out of nowhere.
Like that, like, there you go. Because I took time to make that. It took me 15 minutes to make that. Do you know what I'm saying? They can't figure this out? What the fuck are they doing? I mean, obviously they wouldn't. Obviously we would not have them mention Dynamite and stuff. But my point is that's a fire song. Like, that's something that's like, wow. Because it's in the feel, in the vein of like, what if Raw's War combined with the Papa Roach theme and like, but also a more modern day rock thing, and we put it together? I feel like that's what that is. So why not do that? Do you know what I'm saying? What up, Alex? Can't do. How you doing, man? Joseph freaking Pesci is here tonight, baby. Brian Austin, what's up, Brian? Alfredo, how you doing? Andre Lavandero. A Drizzle, did you actually try out for WWE commentating? Yeah, multiple times. They hired Vic Joseph, and they literally hired Vic Joseph instead of me. And they brought me in to do things. And then Road Dogg confirmed not that long ago that he sent the wrong commentary to Michael Cole to listen to. Oh my God, it's one of the funnier clips. If you go look it up on my channel, it's Road Dogg explains why the WWE didn't hire me, or part of why they didn't hire me. It's kind of funny if you go look up the whole thing, but here's a funny little clip if you want to laugh for a second. It's pretty funny. He did call me out in front of a lot of people. This is funny.
Hit us up in the chat.
So sorry.
Who has a I actually sent one of his for some independent.
Nice.
Yeah.
That. And, you know, Road Dogg's hilarious.
Man Mountain Meanie. There you go.
Okay.
There.
Well, I appreciate that.
As you six Bubba Ray on him.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Joe does some commentary for some independent,
nice.
Yeah, for some independent organizations. I think it's up in the Northeast. I guess I don't know as much about Joe as I thought I did. For sure,
best friends, right?
Or either I know more than I need to. But
it's both.
He does a lot of it, and he's really good, but he cusses a ton. And so it was like I actually sent one of his to Michael Cole, and Michael Cole's like, God darn, you can't. Half of his stuff is effing this and son of that, and so anyway.
Double-edged sword. I like what I'm hearing.
So Road Dogg literally sent Michael Cole my wrong commentary. Road Dogg goes, I got to give your stuff to Michael Cole. Give it to me so I can send it to Michael Cole. And he sends Michael Cole, instead of sending Michael Cole my wrestling commentary, he apparently, according to what he said there, sent Michael Cole my YouTube channel, like this show, of me like ranting and swearing and stuff. It's like, what are you doing, bro? So anyway, I think he's trying to be nice there. I think what he's trying to say is that they can't hire me because of my offensive-ness or something. Because I certainly don't swear in my real commentary. Like I've called wrestling for Atlanta companies. I've called wrestling for Top Rope Promotions. I've called wrestling for so many places. I've called wrestling for, big time wrestling. I've called wrestling for multiple other places, wrestlers themselves. Like I've been on Title Match. I've been on so many places calling wrestling, and at no point on any of those shows, pay-per-views, Ring of Honor, the time I called some Ring of Honor stuff, at no point did I ever swear while doing actual commentary. The only time I swear is if I was doing like a skit joke commentary, or like you know what I mean, I was going into some rant in something different. But like I would never be swearing like F this and that on a real commentary of wrestling. Like that's never happened. So I don't know why Road Dogg said that. I don't know if it's because he's like, I don't know why he said that. I really don't know. But what I do know is I was in Florida. They picked Vic Joseph over me. And then a second time before all that, I almost went to Tough Enough. I was like a backup person, like in case somebody got sick or backed out or something like that. They had me picked to go to Tough Enough to go to Florida. I had my bags packed. Like I had to have my bags packed at all times. It's weird. And they played my Tough Enough video I'm still on their YouTube channel to this day. So it's very weird. I don't know why. Whatever. But I'm not in the WWE, so here I am in a basement. But I really should be, somewhere. I should be carrying Michael Cole's bags and learning and commentating. But it's too late now. Isn't it like too late for me to learn at this point? You know what I'm saying? Learn anything? I already know. I've already done professional gigs all over the place. And that's why they brought in this guy, Joe Testosterone or whatever. They're bringing in some guy, Joe Testosterone. They're bringing in Joe Testosterone because he, he's like 60 years old. And he's a professional, ESPN guy. So they're bringing him in. They don't want some guy that, hey, you listen, you're going to learn all this stuff. I don't think those guys have worked out well in the past. Like, I think it would work out better if somebody who knows wrestling was commentating wrestling like me. Or like somebody else that's good at it, whatever. Mauro Ranallo was back. Somebody like that. Somebody who has passion, knows what they're talking about, and who knows how to do wrestling commentary. But they keep trying out these fucking stiffs. And it never stops. They keep bringing in these stiffs. They look professional, they're whatever, but it's not the right thing. It's just not right. These people are not the right fit. We've talked about this a million times, and they just keep doing it. They keep bringing in these stiffs, and I don't know why. But yeah, 9 years ago I'm still on the WWE YouTube channel from 9 years ago for the Tough Enough thing. I tried to make it funny for them, and I think they thought it was funny. That's why they put it up. But yeah, we've had 3 or 4 chances at WWE, and I was said no, thank you, a couple of times, but really never got to the point of getting there, and physically trying things and letting that sort of thing. So whatever. They wanted a tall guy who looked like Nosferatu, like a fucking vampire goblin, like Vic Joseph. So they chose him, and he's really, Vic Joseph is now the voice of WWE. He's so good. Nobody will ever forget Vic Joseph, man. He's better than Vince and JR and all those guys, man. I'll tell you, he is the voice. When you think WWE, man, Vic Joseph right now, yeah. But yeah, I'm not bitter. Because I'm in my basement. So, what are you what are you going to be upset about? They hired the wrong Joe. John Coachman is an ESPN guy. Maybe they hired that guy. Yeah, they're trying to interchange the ESPN guys and their guys. No doubt about it. I tried to be the Bruins announcer for the Boston Bruins since they got rid of Jack Edwards. Retired after all these years, just fucking great. But they hired the radio commentary guy to be the video broadcast guy now. So now there's a radio job opened up. So Boston Bruins, give me a call. Where are you at, Jay White? Huh? Nesson? I used to date your family member. Where's the hookup? But anyway, I guess I should wrap up the night before I start meandering on about nothing. Thanks for being here, everybody, and we'll catch you later in the week. And unless I pass away over the next couple of days, I'll see you Saturday. Take it easy, everybody, and, keep on trying. Shout out to the Ghost from Mr. Pico's Manhood for being the top donator tonight. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks to everybody who super chatted, joined, signed up as a member. We could use you on Patreon. If you guys want to join Patreon, you get so many bonus shit things on Patreon. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. We'd like you to sign up on Patreon with us. Everybody's there. Hey, Drizzle, thank you for your support tonight, my friend. Everybody else, thank you. Hit the like button on the way out if you want to. That would get us to 120 likes. That'd be cool. I love you all. And we'll see you next time because they could have hired me on commentary. But I give up. It's okay, I give up. And AEW needs to hire a new fucking production staff. By the way.
Is risen. Bryan Danielson. Psycho knee, but he caught him in the sternum.
Swerve and it didn't. Half Nelson. Yeah.
Dynamite collision too many films and shows for you to figure out what you like every week. Week to week, same results. We are told to shut our mouth. No more lies thrown in your eye. We're all together. That's it.
These people haven't forgot about the Legion of Doom. If there were any questions about that, they're out the window now. Well, you know, Joe, it's all fun and games until you start the match. Well, there's a big gut wrench there by Hawk. Hawk with a huge on Doug Delicious, by the way. And here comes CM Punk. And Hawk with a tag to Animal. And listen to this. Oh, how about that? Well, how about this? It's not even... Oh! Animal and clobbering Punk. And Animal with Punk off the run, a clothesline there. CM Punk knocked into next Tuesday. Animal with Punk off the rope. Oh, a boot to the sternum. Ducks a clothesline, Punk off the rope. Animal power slam! And drops the elbow! Joe Cronin at ringside here. A tag is made to Hawk. Animal whips Punk. Whips Hawk, clothesline, vintage Legion of Doom. And now Hawk whips Punk again. Here comes Hawk. Here he goes. Oh my goodness! Wow! Oh, what a mistake by, the first mistake by Legion of Doom by Hawk, and oh, from behind the referee's back. Doug Delicious just taking liberties with Hawk. He might have separated his shoulder. Going into that post, suplex by Punk. A 2 count though, Hawk able to...
Dynamite collision too many films and shows for you to figure out what you like every week. Week to week, same results. We are told to shut our mouth. No more lies thrown in your eye. We're all together. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. One lost, all lost on. But this is war. The original. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. This is war. This is war. Out of nowhere. One lost, all lost on. But this is war.
Super kick! Up. Waist lock here. Wanna roll block. 10, he counters! 3, he got him! He got him!
Grit and determination. can make you the first ever junior heavyweight champion. It also makes you a target.
Oh my God! He held up the junior heavyweight championship that belongs to me and told all those people he was the best.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's been angry at Teddy Goods for a long time.
Then I walked in the ring and I hit him in the back of the head with death by elbow.
Teddy Goods should...
That's disgusting.
Who's the best now, Teddy?
Get him out of here.
Now Teddy Goods must face a jealous familiar foe.
No.
Wait a second.
Teddy, come on.
Come on, guys.
That's what he wants, Teddy.
Somebody's gonna stop this. Seriously. JT Dunn thinks it's funny.
Now, at New England All-Star Wrestling's All-Star Anniversary 2021, larger than life, Friday, June 11th, in Kingston, Massachusetts, JT Dunn meets Teddy Goods. Tickets available now.